Hello and welcome everybody, Kiostas here, and we're gonna play a new game today. So, let's dive right in. The name of the game, of course, is nothing else than Breath of Fire, a classic Super Nintendo game. So, for anyone that's curious, Ryu is obviously the name that Squaresoft and Capcom gave the main character of the series, the protagonist with blue hair. And so we're just gonna give you a quick little intro here and quick get everything set up. Let's set that up in the menu. All right. So now we are all set to dive right in. And of course, this first episode is going to be a little bit extended because it's very, very cinematic. So, as the game starts out, you are talked to by a gargoyle? A dragon? I'm gonna assume it's a dragon just based on the fact that, well, it's Breath of Fire, and he's mentioning a dragon. So, and now he's on fire. Alright. That makes perfect sense to me. Apparently we will perish if we don't wake up, so we should probably do that. Hey, there we are. And there's some creepy old lady standing beside our bed as the building burns around us. That's actually a little bit disturbing. And now she's going to try and spirit me away. Nope. And she's got a fire extinguisher. Nope. Magic. Not a fire extinguisher. Darn. We could always hope. As she ages, she can barely douse the fire. Before I go, I should probably check and make sure. Hey! Alright, we found a mystery item. Safe from the flames for the time being. That's a good sign. Apparently our faith is in Sarah. Oh. And now some kid wearing orange or yellow suspenders comes in, and another blue-haired character that's must be my something? And the dark dragons are outside the village. We're surrounded. That's never a good sign. The dark dragon family is scheming against the other dragon families. Zog's gonna come after us. I wonder how many dragon families there are, because there's the light dragons and the dark dragons, but they say there's other dragon families, which is interesting. can't escape. There's only one thing to do. Fight! Yeah! And she killed him. Or turned him to stone. You know, one of the two. Ah. Turn him to stone so the fire won't affect him. Because apparently it can burn down brick buildings, but it can't burn down stone people. Peace. Sarah out. Alright, now we get to watch a little bit of a cinematic here as she apparently tries to distract the Dark Dragons. And she no further than walked out the front door than she was found. And I know a little bit of the lore before the game happened. Like, you know, the light dragons gave up the power of the dragon and apparently left that path. And more or less, the dark dragons kept the power of the dragon so they can transform into supposedly dragons. But the light dragons no longer possess that ability. I don't know exactly why they gave up the power of the dragons. I'll have to do a little bit more research into that. But right now, we get to continue watching this really wicked awesome fight with a little bit of lightning. And everyone runs away because they're pansies. And she is going all-out offensive right from the beginning. And apparently Jade knows that she is strong. And they have the goddess keys. Apparently Tyr is the goddess. Is it Tyr or Tyre or I'm not entirely sure which way to say it. But apparently she's the goddess. And Sarah's gonna light him on fire. Because fire solves all of life's problems. Remember that, children. When in doubt, fire. Except for... No. That's a... Oh god, he's standing in the fire. And apparently he is... actually fairly strong. That's pretty cool. And now for some text on the screen. When the dragon family was at the peak of its power, a goddess of desire appeared. The goddess Tyre granted wishes. The dragons fought each other for her power. Tyre encouraged the fighting and watched the war between the dragons escalate. When the world was at the brink of destruction, a warrior stepped forward. The warrior battled Tyra with his 7 companions and locked her up using 6 keys. These goddess keys were scattered throughout the world and hidden away. Alright, so now we know the story. The light dragons balanced the power of the family, and peace reigned again. So there we go. That's the backstory. Now we know, because knowledge is power, and I am all about knowledge, or at least that's what I'll tell you. What's going on? What happened to Sarah? Sarah saved us! Yay! Chief, don't you think that we should fight for Sarah? Old woman, we renounce the dragons. Their battles aren't ours. Wow, I need to stop trying to do voice impersonations. I am horrible at that. So I'm just gonna let you guys read it, because I don't want to anymore. I actually really like the musical numbers. It's something that Squaresoft and Capcom did really well in this game. All the music that they put into it actually sounds beautiful throughout the entire game. Actually, if I remember right, Breath of Fire 3 Breath of Fire, the first one, the one I'm playing right now in front of you, is probably the only one that I actually... I don't remember if I've played any of the other ones all the way through or not. But it's got so much epic music, and I love it through and through. And I got 300 gold pieces. Hooray! So, now we are able to set off. Let's take a look here, see what we've got. Not a lot. We don't have a lot. Alright. But I don't think 300 gold's gonna get us a whole lot either. But I've never been one for actually buying items in RPGs. I've always been the type that, or at least gear, I've always been the type that will much rather get the gear from chests and battles, because very rarely in a game is buying gear from a shop, especially RPGs, and these older RPGs, is it worth it to actually buy the gear, because you always wind up finding something better right after you buy something. It's horrible. Hey, the monster left me in a room. See what I mean? I do something, and I wind up getting it anyways. I'm gonna see if maybe I can do a little bit of training here real quick. Oh, they're quicker than me. Not sure I'm a fan of that, because they're actually hitting kind of hard. Oh good, that time he only did 2, and I got to counter on him, which means I get 2 attacks. Fantastic. 7 experience and 10 gold. And animals. Hooray, wildlife. Alright, so we have officially hit our first town. And these little temples right here are actually where you can save your game, which I'm going to do now, just in case while I'm playing this game if the power goes out or something. That way I don't lose where I've been at, which makes perfect sense. And pardon me, of late I've had a small cough, so I apologize for that. And now, let's go see what's going on up here. Hey, dude. destroyed his kingdom and he has to rebuild. That bites. I wonder what these guys have to say. I don't know, and I am sorry. Oh, okay, that makes more sense. I was wondering why everyone was out here just staring at the castle. So apparently there are monsters inside. Let's go get them. Why are there rocks? This is a castle, right? What? Why are there? Oh God! So apparently that thing hits, and it hits really, really hard, and it's probably gonna kill. Nope, it didn't manage to kill me. Awesome. Okay, that was actually really close to dying. Hey, all right. We gained a level. So, gained 5 HP, 4 AP, and 2 strength, 2 vigor, 2 agility, and 2 wisdom, and 1 luck. Hooray! So, right here, that little fountain there is actually a healing fountain, which is going to be really nice after this battle because these are poison bugs. And, as you can tell, they poison you. And it hurts. But they are great for experience. So, I also like the look they give your character when he gets poisoned. It basically just inverts all the colors on him. If I get poisoned again here, I'll actually show you what it looks like from a front view. It looks really, really wonka. Oh, it's a creep. Those guys actually aren't strong at all. They look more menacing than what they really are. This is actually a fantastic spot to try and just grind a little bit, so that way you are able to. That way you're able to just gain a little bit of experience, so you don't just get your butt kicked by everything in this castle. Because obviously, as you can tell, those beaks hit really hard, so you've got to have a lot of experience to stand a chance against them. And so, we're just kind of gonna wander around here for a couple minutes, gain a couple levels, and once we get done with that, we will progress through said castle. God, those beaks are still hitting hard. Granted, I think I'm, what, like a level 3 right now, so... we need to, kind of figure out a good way to gain... Oh... That... Blooms can be vicious. Because of that. At low levels, Thunderbolt is a very, very painful attack. It's not quite as bad as the beaks, because the glooms aren't quite as quick, so they only get 1 attack off on you at low level. But it still can hurt very badly. All in all, though, I would say Breath of Fire has to be one of my favorite video game series, just because of how amazing of a look that you actually, you know, for a Super Nintendo game, it has an amazing viewpoint and does a really cool job. And that's what you look like when you're poisoned. Your hair turns white and your face turns purple. But guys, that is going to do it for us today. Feel free to hit the like button if you like the video and want to keep watching more. Make sure you subscribe. You'll be notified every time I upload one of these. And we're going to hit the road, kick it off next time as we continue through the castle right here on our YouTube channel. with our Breath of Fire Let's Play video. You guys have a great night.